Good morning, friends. Welcome to online study in Sri Digambar Institute of Technology, Bhandaraj Mode Dosa. This is JP Yadav from Electric Department. Today's my topic is electromagnetic waves in conductors. In previous sections, we will discuss about Maxwell equation, Poynting vectors, and characteristics of the EM waves. Now, in this topic, we will discuss electromagnetic wave equation in conductors. So, EM waves are the electric and magnetic waves which traveling in space or in a conductor. So, the effect on the electromagnetic waves when passing through the conductor, what effect on it? So, what's the voltage and current equation for that, and when these waves moves in a conductor, then what the charge density or what is the electric field and magnetic field on a conductors. So, how are wave equations modified for the case of electrically conductor media? We shall restrict our analysis to the case of ohmic conductors, which are defined as, so the conductivity is denoted by sigma and electric field is denoted by E. So, the charge density J equals to sigma E. All we need to do is substitute from equation whose Maxwell equation this proceeded for. We discussed Maxwell equation in previous sections. We use Maxwell equation here. So recall that a simple dielectric materials, the del square E minus nu epsilon E equals to 0 and del square B minus nu epsilon B equals to 0 for the dielectric media. To derive this equation, we used Maxwell equations with the assumptions that the charge density rho and current density J are zeros and that the permeability nu and permittivity epsilons were constants. We found that the above equations had plane wave solutions with phase velocity. So, the phase velocity V is depends upon permeability and permittivity of the materials, which is V equals to 1 upon root nu epsilon. So, the Maxwell equation imposed additional constant on the direction and relative amplitudes of the electric and magnetic fields. So, the Maxwell equations for the conductors, Maxwell equations, we know that del dot E equals to 0 and del dot B vector equals to 0 and del cross E equals to minus B, del cross B equals to nu epsilon E plus nu J, where J is the current density. Assuming a ohmic conductors, we have J equals to sigma E. From equation 8 and equation 9, we can put the value of current density in equation 8 from equation 9, which is del cross B equals to nu epsilon E plus nu sigma E. We take the rule of equation 7 and making appropriate equations del square B minus nu sigma E minus nu E epsilon equals to 0. The wave equations for the electric field in conducting media, del square E minus nu sigma E minus nu epsilon E vector equals to 0. Let us try a solutions for the same from as before. E with respect to RT equals to E node E raised to power j omega t minus kr. To find the physical field, we have to take the real part of this equation 13 minus k square j omega nu sigma plus omega square nu epsilon equals to 0. Compared to the comparison for a dielectric, that new feature is the presence of an imaginary terms in a sigma. This means the relationship between the wave vector k and the frequency omega is a little more complicated than before. For a conducting materials, equations for electric field in respect to RT is written as E with respect to RT equals to E node e raised to power j omega t minus alpha r e raised to power minus beta r. The first exponential factor e raised to power j omega t minus alpha r gives the usual plane wave variations of the field with position r and time. Note that the conductivity of the material affects the wavelength for a given frequency. The second exponential factor e minus beta r gives a exponential decay in the amplitude of the waves. The value of the constant k equals to alpha plus j beta for real vector alpha and beta. We calculate the and remember that the values of alpha and beta are here. Alpha equals to omega root nu epsilon into 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2 into under root 1 plus sigma square upon omega square epsilon naught to power half, and beta equals to omega nu sigma upon 2 alpha. Electric field in a conducting media show the waveform electric field with z directions. When waves move in z directions, the electric field is decays in respect to E node e raised to power minus beta, and amplitude of the waves in terms of electric field is reduced here. The electric field is maximum and here is minimum. So the width distance in conducting media with z direction, the electromagnetic waves, the electric field of these waves is reduced according to the length. In a simple non-conducting materials, there is no exponential decay of the amplitude. Electromagnetic waves can travel forever without any loss of energy. If the wave enters in electrical conductor, however, we can expect very different behavior. The electrical field in the waves will cause current to flow in the conductors. When a current flow in a conductors, there will be some energy changed into heat. This energy must come from the waves, therefore we accept the wave gradually to decay. When the waves, electromagnetic waves in a conductors, then there will be a loss in energy in form of heat. So, and the amplitude of the waves are decay in exponentially form from according to the length. When length is increased, the amplitude is also decreased, and the energy is reduced in form of heat. The magnetic field in a waves in a conducting material is related to the electric field. Is magnetic field equals to k upon omega into E node. In a non-conducting materials, the electric and magnetic fields are perpendicular to the direction of motion and the perpendicular to each other. We know that the electric and magnetic waves are perpendicular to each other, and electric fields, electric energy reduced to the length. But there is a new feature because of the wave vector is complex. In a non-conducting materials, the electromagnetic fields were in phase. The expression for the field both had the same phase angle phi node in complex notations. The complex phase angle of the field amplitude E node and beta nodes were the same. K value of the K is different for electromagnetic fields. The varying electric field must have a magnetic field associated with it. The magnetic field has the same wave vector and frequency as the electric field. The magnetic field position and time, respect to position and time, the B node e raised to power j omega t minus k dot r. We put the Maxwell's equations, used Maxwell equation del cross E equals to minus B, which gives k cross E node equals to omega beta node. Beta node equals to k upon omega E node. In a conducting material, there is a difference between the phase angle E and B, gives the phase angle here. Here these electric field and these are magnetic field. These are phase angle psi and amplitude is beta. Difference of E and B, electric field and magnetic field. Angle can be calculated in form tan phi equals to beta upon alpha, beta here and alpha this. So the phase angle between E and B calculated here. Let us consider the special case of a good insulators. In this case, conductivity is very less than omega epsilons and alpha is proportionally constant omega root nu epsilons, and beta approximately equal to sigma upon 2 under root nu upon epsilon and alpha sigma upon 2 omega nu. Beta is very less than comparison to alpha. Here we cover the same situations as in the case of non-conducting materials. The decay of wave is very slow, so beta equals to alpha upon omega epsilon, and we can written as E node Vp. Electric field in the waves varies E with respect to position and time. E node e raised to power j omega t minus alpha r, e raised to power minus beta r. The phase velocity of the velocity of a point that stays in phase with the waves. Consider a wave moving in z directions. Let's consider the special case of a very good conductors. Sigma greater than omega epsilons and alpha equals to root omega nu sigma upon 2, and beta is equals to alpha, which is under root omega nu sigma upon 2. In case of a very good conductors, the real and imaginary parts of the wave vector k becomes equal. This means that the decay of the wave is very fast in terms of wavelength. For poor conductors, alpha equals to omega under root nu epsilon and phase velocity omega upon alpha is 1 upon under root nu epsilon. If nu and v are constant, and then the phase velocity is independent of frequency, then sigma equals to under root omega nu sigma upon 2 and can be written as nu epsilon under root into under root omega sigma upon 2 epsilons. Then the phase velocity Vp is omega upon alpha, can be written as 1 upon under root nu sigma under root 2 omega e upon sigma. The phase velocity depends on the frequency there is dispersion. If there is no dispersion, then the phase velocity is independent of frequency. Vp is omega upon k, and the group velocity is equal to the phase velocity. Vg is group velocity and this is phase velocity is same when dispersion very low. In the absence of dispersions and modulations resulting from the suspensions of two waves with similar frequencies will travel at the same speed as the wave themselves. However, if there is dispersion, then the group velocity can differ from the phase velocity. So here these are the equations for phase velocity, electric field and magnetic field in a conductors, good conductors, poor conductors. So thanks to all for watching this video. Thank you.